Well, she is spreading her message and teaching our teens the importance of owning up to their actions. And she's taking her important message to the classroom. Courtney's standing by with all the details.
Do you ever get around somebody whose energy just makes you feel like, okay, here we go, right? That is Miss Marianna Sousa. She is just an incredible human being, a wonderful spirit, and I love that you're sharing of yourself with other people. Yes. You were with us, I want to say, in 2019, pre-COVID.
Yes.
BC, before
yes.
COVID. And you were talking about the book, Own Your Ish, we'll call it.
yes.
Talking about accountability and making sure that you are, as they say, 10 toes down.
That's right.
But making sure that you're also supporting others as you're doing the same thing.
Right. That's right.
So now you're taking this message to even younger audiences.
I am, and it has been a beautiful journey. COVID shut not just adults down, but young folks down. And when we're dealing with young folks, in their rites of passage to adulthood, communication, self-awareness, these things really got put on halt during COVID. It's not just the adults struggling. And so a lot of young people aren't getting the mental health and emotional hygiene, as I call it, work that they need. And so now I'm being led to transition from one-on-one coaching more with adults, but more transitioning to young adults who globally are crying out for what I call that universal auntie spirit and energy, right? Because you don't always want to listen to your mama or your guardians, right? But auntie can come in, give you that good message, tap you on your butt, and put you back out on your way.
Can I share this viral moment that you had as an auntie
with
this group of young men that, again, has gone viral, but for good reason? Let me just show you this moment with Miss Marianna.
If you can name off 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women that have an influence over your life, have your attention and focus, but there's only one woman who you respect, the main person, maybe that's mom or big mama or auntie, that's the imbalance. I don't care what the environment and everybody else is clapping for, you know the right thing. Deep down inside, you know that you wouldn't do it to your mother, you know you wouldn't do it to me, so I don't care how much this media and this entertainment around you makes you, convinces you that it's cool, because they put it over a dope track, because they give a visual to it that's popular and viral. If you know inside with your inner compass it's not the right thing to do, remember my voice in that moment.
Thousands of people have resonated with that message. I mean, and that's just it, right? In the studio clapping. And that's just what, 45 seconds of this time that you have with these young people. Talk to us about what you're trying to do with young people across the country.
Well, when we're talking about mental health, we get a lot of why it needs to be done, but we don't get a lot of how to go about doing that. Especially when we have adults who often come from a space of superiority. There's a lot of adults who want to help young people, but because that separation of perceived power, you know, and kind of feeling like you may get in trouble for being too honest, which is why that universal auntie energy has to slide in there to create a level of comfort. What I'm trying to do with young people is get them to understand that they have to be accountable, but I don't have to shame you and guilt you to do that. We can create open spaces for dialogues, and that's what I do, whether it's in a keynote for a large group, whether it's interactive workshops, which I love to do, because it provides the activities, the mingling, all the things that they need that they kind of lost out on in COVID as far as engagement and communication. So bringing all those elements together so that they understand it's about self-awareness, it's about accountability, and even for young people, you got to own your ish. And I want to remind folks that S-H-I-T means some healing in there.
There it is.
Because no matter what age we are, we have some healing in there that we need to do. And adults need to be accountable for that too, because when you're in positions of leadership, and I work with global leaders, I work with artists, I work with folks in positions of leadership, and you can have a great following, you can have a flock that follows you, but if you're not accountable in that position of leadership, you can actually do more harm than good, because you may be getting triggered as well. So I'm trying to work with the youth first, because you know us adults, we think we know everything. You know, we talk about the teenagers thinking they know everything, but it's hard to get adults to be accountable. So when I'm working with young people, those are open-mindedness, and they're willing to hear me, but they love so much the fact that they feel seen and they feel heard, and that's what I'm trying to do.
If you would like Miss Marianna Sousa to come visit your young folks, we've got all kinds of different events that she will come and speak with them for. We're linking all that to our website, gooddaysacramento.com, under show info and today's date. And also for the grown-ups, might want a little sip this Sunday.
Yes.
You've got an event coming up.
Yes. So as a social wellness leader, when I'm working, that means I'm a social wellness practitioner.
Sure.
So I always joke around and say I got clients from the age of 7 to 70. And so for the grown folks that want to get some social wellness, right, you can come to Tap Wine Lounge.
Okay.
We have something called Tap Talks, and I do it once a month there. We have fine wine, we have delectable bites, but we also talk about some of the social emotional issues that we need to deal with. There's also networking there. So if you have a business, whether it's a nonprofit or just a talent and a skill, there's time for us to share and mingle as well. So we have conversations and activities that help you feel refreshed when you get back to your work week. And it's only from 4 to 7, so you can get home,
Perfect.
still take care of your business,
Yes.
and be ready for the next day at work. Yeah.
That is in Uptown Sacramento at Tap Wine House. That is happening Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Miss Marianna, always a pleasure.
Thank you, and thank you for having me back.
I just love your spirit.
Good.
All right, Coach.
Give me a high five. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh, wait, right.
There you go.
I see.
Yeah.